question, getting the depth, building depth to this team between spring ball and now?
That was a big deal, is building depth. Spring, I told the team the other day, in spring we were so lean. We were lean for two reasons. We were lean because of injury coming off last season, and we were lean because of size of class that graduated. So those two put together, we were probably running around 60 players or less through spring and through until we hit the summer. Once we got to the summer and once we got the freshman class, which is a large class, there's approximately 29 in that class now, give or take, of new players. You know, that's a 30-year football team. So one was go out and recruit high school players that could play. I didn't want to go the two-year route if I didn't have to, because I still think why we win here consistently time and time again is because we develop players. In the same breath, I'd say that you do have to take a few to get quality players immediately to shore up some loose ends, and losing two NFL-type corners hurt. Very seldom do you have one corner go to the NFL, let alone two. And so there's no question that we have to redevelop that group. So there's a lot of freshmen. There's a young man that transferred in from Fresno State, and there's a young man that transferred in from Florida State, and then one from Northern Illinois. So we have some young men that came in with some experience and some maturity to them, and yet we have some young players who came from some great programs that have a lot of confidence, and ultimately it's that confidence is why you play defensive backs. Not so much the experience, you got to have great confidence and great will, because you're out there on an island many times and it doesn't go right all the time, and you have to withstand that and move to the next play. So a lot of the decision in the secondary is where I see the depth, things that we need to really look into. Other than that, I think we shored up our receiver corps. We had a lean receiver corps last season. I believe we took 5 receivers in this high school class, and I feel very good about them because they all won some type of state championship in their respective states. I believe we have in our state, Jalen Rima was the 100, the 200, the 4x1, and I know he was state champion in those. You have the Minnesota state champion high hurdle, and then you have the Gatorade Player of the Year from the state of Kansas. And so we picked up some speed. We hope that the speed relates to the football speed, and if it does, then we've got size and speed at receiver. Young, but talented. And then the rest that that we should be okay in the rest of them, because we got our offensive line back because of the injuries we had. They are now back on the field, and that was the nicest thing to see our players back off last season that could not practice in the spring, padded up, or not padded up, but put the helmet on yesterday to go to practice, and that's the first time since last December.
Coach.